For Aristotle, moral virtue is located at the mean between the extremes of excess and deficiency. You often see a table like this, with the virtue in the middle and vices on each end, and lots of long words in it, like buffoonery. So we see that in a situation that calls for courage, the virtuous person will display the virtue of courage, that is, they'll act appropriately and proportionately to the situation, whereas the non-virtuous person may act too rashly, a vice of excess, and on the other hand of the spectrum, they may act cowardly, a vice of deficiency. For example, imagine you wake up in the middle of the night after hearing a loud noise in the kitchen. If you sort of confidently stride downstairs thinking you can handle whatever it is, no problem, you're displaying a vice of excess. You're basically being a bit cocky. If, on the other hand, you're so scared that you hide under the bed covers too afraid to move, not even getting up to lock the bedroom door or reach for your phone to call the police, here you're being a bit of a pussy, so that is a vice of deficiency. A virtuous person would act courageously, but here's the important thing. We are all different. We all have different physical and mental capabilities, and the mean for you, the courageous thing for you to do, it may be different for someone else. What is a courageous way for a police officer to act in this situation may be different from the courageous way to act for someone suffering from a trauma triggered by a similar situation to which we've described. So there's an element of relativism in this otherwise objective account of ethics. So when you look at tables for the doctrine of the mean, don't think of it as a table, think of it as more like a spectrum, with the mean being located in different places for different people. To be courageous, to know where the mean is located, one is required to know how much danger they ought to face. They need to know what response is appropriate. And in order to do this, we must possess the intellectual virtue of Phronesis, which we could call prudence or we could call practical wisdom. Possessing the intellectual virtue of Phronesis allows us to display the moral virtues. But basically, the virtue of Phronesis is the habit of knowing how to act. It is the skill of choosing right and wrong. And so with the intellectual virtue of Phronesis, we can locate the moral virtue between the extremes, the two extremes of excess and deficiency.